Morning. We posted another blog yesterday and I wanted to bring it to life a little bit and catch everyone up to speed. I also wanted to say thank you, first of all, for everybody that's sharing, and it's not very common to have trisomy 18, and so in Pagosa, in this small little town we're in of 15,000, I don't know how many, I know, just a handful, maybe 3 people that have had that in the past 10 years, I think. And then there's one adult trisomy child that, well, he's not a child, he had trisomy 18, but it was mosaic. I'll share more about that in our next blog, kind of digging in a little bit more to what exactly trisomy is. Anyway, it's just not very common, so I really appreciate all the likes and the shares, because you never know. I think that's my take home, is you never know when it's going to happen to you. There was nothing extremely special about us. I was 32. We didn't really have any past history of anything like this, and so it's lovely to know about it. It's lovely for other people to know about it. It's just pretty rare. Anyway, I'll share more about trisomy 18 and the other trisomies in the next video. But today I wanted to just kind of catch everyone up to speed with the blog. So we were Flight for Life to Denver, and we spent a few nights at PSL Hospital. Cardiac ultrasound for the baby while it was in my belly, and then while she was in my belly, and then a big lengthy ultrasound in my belly looking at the baby's anatomy. And the take home was there's nothing hugely wrong, nothing extremely obvious. She was a little bit small and her hands were kind of staying in, one was like clenched like this and the other one was like this, but like nothing really big wrong with her, So we left feeling hopeful. They left us feeling hopeful. They did pull off 2 liters of amniotic fluid, which made me feel way better. And they said they would send that off for testing. And we didn't fully understand why that was going to happen, but they said it'll give us some information. So we went up to Denver that weekend, up to Greeley, where Brian's parents lived at the time, and on the farm, and the grandparents are down the street, and Cord's about 2, and we just hung out with the family and kind of waited. And then the contractions were still going, so and they didn't really stop. They gave me some medication, didn't really work. And then we found ourselves back in the hospital on Sunday night. So a couple of days off, and then the next morning, at this point, we just didn't want a premature baby. We didn't know anything was hugely wrong. So the fact that the contractions still continued was a little bit worrisome. So we found ourselves back in the hospital, and then the following morning, Monday, the doctor came in with the nurse and very awkwardly kind of sat down and told us our baby had trisomy 18. And we didn't really know what that was. And they, continued to say it's one of the very rare genetic diagnoses, and that our little one probably wouldn't make it to birth. And if she did, we didn't know it was a she yet, but if the baby did survive till birth, then she would die soon after. And so that's kind of where this blog takes us. So in the next one, I'm going to explain a little bit more about what trisomy is. There's several trisomies, and so I'll go into a little bit more about that. But this story, this blog just kind of brings us up to the point of realizing. So you have to go check it out. Please do share. It doesn't have to be to someone that has a trisomy or a birth defect where they're going to not survive. It could be to anyone. I really just would love to get the information out there. It doesn't have to be someone that's advanced maternal age or anything like that. Anyway, hopefully we can create a little bit more awareness, and if it happens to someone there's a place they can go, and that's the services we provide with the nonprofit. It's called Perinatal Hospice, and I'll share more about that later, but that's really why we're on here. It's been a journey for me, just personally, to kind of reopen that box, but really the focus is on the families and mamas that we can help in their journeys now. So anyways, thanks for sharing, and if you want to check it out, you can go check out the blog. There's some pictures of the farm and Brian and Cord when Cord was little. So anyways, thanks.